I'm here to teach you some psychology tricks that are dangerous but aren't toxic, because here on my page we do not promote toxicity. Anyways, number 1. Let's say someone's insulting you. Instead of acting on emotions, prove to this person that what they're saying is insignificant to you because you are not giving it value. The way to do this is pause, let them feel uncomfortable in their own silence, and then simply ask, "Are you okay?" Gets them every time. Number 2. Let's say someone's lying to you, and you know they're lying to you. Simply look into their eyes and don't say anything. When someone knows they're lying, they're gonna get really uncomfortable, and there's something about silence that people just cannot be content with. Last but not least, number 3. This is what you do when you're in an argument. So please, by all means, if you take 1 point from this video, never yell at someone. Unless you're like cheering them on or something like that. But anyways, keep your voice calm in every single argument you have. Understand, in arguments, both parties' egos are heightened. You are not your ego, so don't identify with it. Instead of saying statements to this person, propose calm questions and get your point across that way. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think and give me a follow for more videos like this.
When we lie, our bodies get very weak. Stick your arm out and hold it up. Don't let me push it down, okay?
Don't let me push down.
Now, I want you to do that while lying. And the lie I'd like you to say is, "I love to vomit."
I love to vomit.
Say it holding your arm up.
I love to vomit. Why? That's so weird.
Now say, "I love fresh air."
I love fresh air.
I'm trying my very hard. Let's say it again.
I love fresh air.
Now say, "I love to vomit."
I love to vomit. Why is that? That's so strange.
This is why polygraph machines work, because the body lives in reality. The body is honest. Only the mind, and only the verbal mind, can lie to us and tell us things that we can believe even though they're not.
When I was in high school, I took a psychology class, and I don't remember shit from high school, but I remember this one thing we learned in psychology class that stuck in my head. We read about this one study where they took a set of identical twins, okay? They made them like go to a party, and at the party they like interacted with people, and they told them to like interact with everyone like the same way and like, you know, go about their like night but like separately. The only difference being that one of them is going to be chewing gum the whole night and the other one didn't. So at the end of the night they interviewed everybody like at the party about like the interactions, and they found out that the girl who was chewing gum was more liked and people thought she was like overall cooler. So fucking random. So now anytime I'm about to like go out, like go socialize, I just like pop a stick of gum in, because like, I don't know, is it true? Like, I don't know how that works. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe there's some science behind it, but like just in case, like if it can boost it up, let's give it a shot.
Here's a manipulation tactic that I, as a psychopath, use on a daily basis. If you want somebody to tell you something, if you suspect someone's lying, or you just don't want to talk, use this. When someone else finishes a sentence, don't say anything. Just sit and look at them. And it works even better if you have an expression on your face like you're expecting them to say more. Because what happens is the person that just stopped talking thinks that they need to fill the silence even more because they feel awkward in the silence. So that person will keep talking. They'll keep going with whatever topic they were just talking about. They'll divulge even more information, more details. If they're lying, their lies will get more obvious to spot because they'll just be filling the silence with more lies. It goes with the age-old saying, if you give somebody enough rope, they'll hang themselves. And that's exactly what's going on here. People get nervous when there's silence. So if you create a silence and create an expectation for the other person to fill that silence, they'll keep talking. I hope you guys like this manipulation tactic. If you aren't familiar with me, I'm Vic, and I'm a diagnosed psychopath, and I talk about psychopathy on my page. So if you're interested in learning more about that, go ahead and follow along. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and thanks for watching.
If you want to be more memorable, you need to spike someone's dopamine. Let me explain. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter that is most closely linked to memory. It spikes, and when it does, it helps the neurotransmitters in our brain that are responsible for short-term and long-term memory to fire. So if you're on a date, or you're talking to someone, or you're in a situation where you want a person to remember you, you need to be activating the dopamine in their brain. So it's actually pretty easy to do. This is how you're going to do it. Basically, you want to be exciting and take them out of any sort of like mundane conversations. So if you are meeting someone, instead of asking like, what do you do for work, ask them about like what their favorite hobby is, or what's something exciting that happened to them that week. Even like if you're at a party with a guy, you can ask them like what their favorite music is. And even getting a person to think about their favorite type of music will spike dopamine in their brain, and then they are going to remember you forever. Well, maybe not forever, but you're definitely going to make an impact, and you will set yourself apart from every other person that they talk to. Let me know if you like these like psychology tip videos, because it is what I have my degree in, so I do really enjoy like making videos about this kind of thing. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye guys, love you.
Psychological tricks. If you want someone's attention, start the conversation off by saying, I'm not supposed to be telling you this. If you want someone to tell the truth, get them to laugh before questioning them. If you have anxiety while talking to someone, chew gum. It tricks your brain into acting calm. If someone interrupts you during talking, just continue talking like nothing happened, and they're gonna feel awkward and just shut up. If you're in an argument, just stay as calm as possible, and then when they're done, still stay silent and just stare at them. It'll make them so mad. You appear more attractive to others when you make them laugh and smile, so continue to just like get people to laugh and smile, and then they'll like you more and be more attracted. Studies show that when you use hand gestures while talking, it makes you seem more trustworthy and desirable. Cheaters think that everyone cheats. Liars think that everyone lies. Trying to hold back your thoughts about someone makes you actually miss them more. So it's okay to talk about that person, but in the right space, at the right time, with the right people. Emphasis on with the right people. Maybe don't talk to that person, okay? Maybe talk about that person to somebody who you can trust, who you can trust. You actually never get the same moment twice. And when you realize that, life becomes more meaningful. Okay, so cherish the moment. Like this moment that you're in right now, this actual second, the one that just passed, you're never gonna get it again. So when you realize that, and then know that life becomes like way more precious. If you want to know if someone was looking at you, yawn, then look back at them. If they yawned, then they were looking at you. Yawning is the most contagious thing in the world. It's more contagious than anything. It's the only thing that's so contagious that you can catch it over the phone. You can catch it over video calls. An animal can yawn. If you yawn, you can yawn if an animal yawns. It's the most contagious thing in the world. Just sidebar, random fact. You're more likely to achieve your goals if you keep it to yourself and if you write about it. And I talk about that all the time. Don't tell people. All right, keep it to yourself. Sorry about the ambulance, guys. There's like, this is New York. If you keep it to yourself, number one, write about it. I just talked about that on my last video about Kidlin's Law, that if you write things down clearly, you're more likely to solve the problem. And you're more likely to achieve your goals. Anywho, love you.
Psychology life hacks. The quieter you are in a conversation will make the other person try to fill the void, and they'll likely overshare and tell you something you want to know. There's something called the halo effect, where if you have one characteristic about you that is admirable, people will assume that everything else about you is admirable too. Only 7% of communication comes from the words we say. 55% is from our body language. If you want to know if somebody likes you, check and see if they are mimicking any of your things you're doing. It's called the chameleon effect. People mimic the people they like. This one's good in dating. It's called it starts with a P, I don't remember, but it's basically where if you expect more from somebody, they are going to perform better just because of those expectations. The more we're exposed to something, including a person, the more we like it, or them, including looks. So if you see somebody more, you'll find them more attractive. Doing a small favor for somebody will make them like you more. You can also trick people into thinking that they like you by asking them to do something for you. I feel like a lot of people know this one, but it's one of my favorites. If there's something that you want, ask for something bigger or more extravagant before you ask for what you want. If you want $50, ask for $100 first, and then ask for $50. People will trust you more if you compliment them. This one is so weird, but people will like you more if you ask them for help. I guess people just really want to be desired or something. Anyway, do with that as you will.
In psychology, women who fear pregnancy demonstrate advanced emotional intelligence. Their terror isn't irrational, but the psyche's profound recognition of life's most irreversible transformation. This is tocophobia, not some simple anxiety, but the body's revolt against the ultimate biological trap. These women don't just worry about pregnancy, they viscerally experience the death of their current self when imagining motherhood. Their nightmares aren't of labor pains, but of disappearing into someone's mom. From a psychological perspective, this happens because these women possess three crucial skills. Cognitive empathy that forces them to consider the child's experience, not just their own desires. Future self-projection that reveals how parenting alters ambitions, and integrated thinking that weighs biological urges against modern realities. Their so-called fear is actually the most rational response to society's biggest double standard. We glorify motherhood while ignoring its sacrifices. To every woman wrestling with this fear, you're not less than those who leapt blindly into motherhood, you're more aware. Real maturity isn't following a script, but daring to ask, is this right for me? Because the most responsible choice is sometimes the one society judges hardest. So if you've ever been shamed for your caution, remember, the women who change the world are the ones who think before they create it.
How much? They're not for sale. What do you mean they're not for sale? The stones were forged in Whitebone Cave during the Qing Dynasty. I bring them out simply to admire. Name your price. It's really not about money. Anyway, I'm actually closing.
20,000.
I'm sorry.
50 then for the pair.
Oh, well, they do look magnificent on you. But what would my ancestors say?
100,000.
Let me wrap those up for you.
I'm going to tell you guys what to do if somebody ghosts you. Unfortunately, we've all been ghosted at some point in our lives, and I'm going to tell you how to walk away with your pride. First off, I'm going to start by telling you that you don't need closure. The closure was the fact that they didn't care enough to reach back out to you. 2, you need to think of it as though you just dodged a bullet, because Lord knows how much time you would have wasted if that person didn't leave first. 3, your husband or your wife would never do that to you. Ever. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, you're not going to text this person asking them why they haven't texted you back or what are you doing? We're not texting them at all. If they're not going to text us, we're not texting them. Give them the exact same energy that they're giving you. When you don't respond to them after they were trying to get a reaction out of you, they're going to be like, why haven't they reached out to me? Are they not worried about where I am? No, you're not, because you don't care about people who don't care about you. Do not post a quote on your story. Do not start posting a bunch of things on your story because you don't need their validation, you don't need their time, and you don't need their attention. You're going to move on. If you are to post something smiling or with your friends or just having a great time and showing a little personality. Because if they're going to miss you, they're going to miss your personality above all else. Block their story. Don't look at their story. Block them if you have to. Do not look at anything that they post or look at their profile. Out of sight, out of mind is a real thing. Just saying. Always maintain your pride above all else because you won't regret it. And one last thing I'm going to say is they always come back. They always do. And right when you think that they're not, that this is the one that didn't come back, they will. I'll promise you that. They always come back. It's pretty funny. So just get ready to laugh. And go have fun, girl. Right now is one of the only times that it's socially acceptable to be single. So live it.
Psychology life hacks, part 2. If you want someone to agree with you, just nod and maintain eye contact while you're talking to them. If you mirror people's body language, they're more likely to trust you. When we're in groups of people and we start laughing, we tend to look at the person we care about most. So you can tell who cares about you. Illusion of choice, say, do you want this or this? Both options should be something that you want, but it'll make them think that they made the decision. And they'll be happier with the outcome. Most of the time, people pick scissors first in rock, paper, scissors, and this increases if you ask them a random question before you play.
I have yet to use that, but I'm going to. If you want people to do something for you, ask for a small request before you ask for something bigger. Ask them to move books before you ask them to move the bookshelf, and they'll be more likely to do it. If you want people to value something or you, make it seem scarce or limited, because we value things that we think don't last forever. Addressing someone by their name before you start talking will make them feel more connected to you and what you have to say. That's all.